retired, you became kind of a pundit, the outspoken person.
Yeah.
Why did you become so outspoken? What was that twist that made you start talking your mind?
Do you know what? When I first got out of soccer and became a pundit, television pundit, this is going back to the early 90s, I was watching at the time somebody in America who I thought at the time was the best pundit I'd ever seen. And he wasn't a soccer pundit, he was a football pundit.
Oh.
Okay? His name is John Madden.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
And I used to watch John Madden, and he just told it like it is. You know, if there was a bad foul, he would call it. If there was a bad refereeing decision, he would call it. And I thought, if I'm going to be a pundit, if I'm going to be any good, I'm going to take that and use that as my barometer,
Sure.
right? Now,
Sure.
the problem was in America, that's accepted. In the UK, you criticise somebody and you get 5,000 letters saying, why did you criticise that person?
And
But
somebody wants to
people-
shoot you
But
in the
people
parking
will
lot.
tune
Which
in.
I love that.
Well, but people will tune in,
That's
though.
the thing. That's the funny part about it.
But people will tune in to see what you have to say the next week and the next week, so they
Yeah.
can only draw ratings. I mean, you came up with some catchphrases, mumphead. What's a mumphead?
Or can you talk about that?
Yeah, it's not sexual, but
Okay, good. So,
it's a made-up word. It's a cross between two other words, which I can't mention, but what it means
can
is,
think
is
about
a,
it
is
and
a,
maybe
is
figure
a
it out.
real dopey idiot. It's a mumphead.
a
right?
dopey idiot.
And it's only unique to me, but I used it, and people got offended by that. So
Did they really?
But it's a
that
made-up
doesn't
word.
even mean anything.
exactly,
It's
a
a
made-up
made-up word.
And they got offended. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You're offensive.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now,
you.
you're back in South Tampa.
I am.
Are you living here for ever, or what are you doing here?
Ever is a long time, by the way. I've lived here since 1976. Always had a home in Tampa Bay. From the moment I set foot off the plane from leaving Elton John in Los Angeles and coming to Tampa, I've lived here ever since.
Good.
Really?
And I've been to the UK and I've been working in the UK on and off for the last 15 years. But the thing about it is Tampa for me is home, right? My son, we got a company called the Marsh Group. It's a
Oh, no
building
kidding.
company.
You got what?
Yeah, Marsh Group is
Oh,
a
okay.
building company, right?
Wait a minute. Do you have a daughter?
I have a daughter,
Joanna?
Joanna, my daughter, yeah. She used to work for George
Sports
and Mike,
production.
yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
No
so-
kidding.
Joanna Marsh?
Joanna Marsh,
Oh yeah.
And she used to work for the guys.
How's she
and-
doing? Is she
and
good?
NBC, used to work with Dick Cripp and all those guys.
Sure.
She's in London, but Jonathan stayed here with his company, and we're building it. He built my home in South Tampa. We just finished it.
Well, I was gonna say I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
I'm a celebrity.
What is that?
Does anybody know Janice Dickerson?
Yes.
Janice
Yes.
Dickerson.
She's infamous.
Janice Dickerson was on the program with me, was on the show with me, right? And there were 11 of us in the Australian jungle, in the outback in the jungle, living on outdoors on beds this high off the ground, right?
Why would she do that?
Very little for the money.
Okay.
For the money, obviously.
She got $400,000 to do the show, which was a little bit more than me. But I want to say about Janice, she was the consummate professional. She was absolutely brilliant. All the things that she needed to do, she did. She gave it a go. She was very outspoken. Her and I got on fantastically.
What is the
Wow.
premise of I'm a Celebrity Get Out? Is that you dropped like a Survivor almost?
Yeah,
It's like
it's a
Survivor
rolling right here,
for
Janet.
People in the public eye. In the UK, believe it or not, I'm quite a big name in the UK. So,
You're quite
Yes.
a big name here too for Media Talk.
so they take a great group of people, they put you in the jungle by helicopter, and you have to survive.
For a week, for a month?
I lasted 17 days.
Wow.
Do they drop food on the other side of the island? You had to go get some rice
Yeah,
every now and then or
you-
something?
You get food, but you only get the food if you do
Finish things.
Exactly. You have to finish the trials.
Oh, wow.
In one of the trials I did, I got 2 out of 10. So that night we had 2 meals to share between 11 people.
Oh.
So it was a bite apiece?
What, biting kangaroo's balls. That's what it was, yeah.
Wow, that's tasty.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
No, so you went from soccer extraordinaire to celebrity on a show
Kangaroo
to
nuts.
ambassador?
Ambassador.
Ambassador.
No,
No, you're gonna,
that's something that at the moment I'm negotiating to be. I've
Oh.
got to be careful here because
Yeah, no, you know
I
what?
don't
Let's
wanna-
strike that from the record, you know?
I don't want to give away the brand, but to be a global ambassador.
I think that's
for,
awesome.
for a global brand. Yes, a financial company.
You know, rugby. You know,
Yeah.
I can't help but think that. You know what I
Rugby's
mean?
getting big, too.
I think of soccer. I think of football. I think of the popularity within their own little region. You know, within their own parts of the world.
Yeah.
And then you get this sort of like cross in the middle of it. You know, sort of like rugby. It's sort of similar to
Yeah.
both. Is there any interest for you in that whole sport or arena?
Do you know? Not many people know this.
Uh-oh.
Rugby was the first sport that I played.
Oh, see?
I played rugby as a 10-year-old, and I wasn't very good at it.
Was it too
I
rough
know.
for you? It's a
was-
rough sport.
It was very rough, and it was very quick. And
Yeah.
I was more of your lover, not a fighter type. So,
And soccer's not quick, though?
yeah, I wasn't quick at soccer either. I just used to think 10 times as quick as anybody else.
Would you play rugby?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm a lover, not a fighter, honey. I'm an artist, not an athlete.
There's something about rugby players that you'll see, again, that people don't really know about. And that is, if you look at, there's all different positions in rugby, like in gridiron football. The forwards and the pack, they're the guys that go down for the scrum. If you look at their ears, all their ears are great big thick, broken and gnarled, and they're all ugly because they bite each other in the scrum and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Do they really?
It's a really, really tough sport, yeah.
You know, I got a rugby
that's
story
good.
for you. We're doing this USARugby.org thing, right? And we're
Yeah.
kind of, doing the whole web online stuff, webcasting it, broadcast shows, ESPN, that whole thing, right? It's kind of cool. Really digging it.
It's really
Talking
cool.
to my sister-in-law, right? She goes, "Oh my God, when I was in college, I was a hooker." And I said, "Well, that explains a lot." I mean, and then I'm like, "Oh, in rugby," you know what I mean? And then I had to straighten the whole thing out. But lots of crazy positions, and they're
Hey, listen, you're on your own here.
I know.
yeah. I should stop.
Rodney,
I'm
so
not.
what is there? You've done everything.
You know the first rule about digging a hole? You know when you're in a hole, the first thing?
Well, I opened
You
my
stop
mouth to change
talking.
feet.
Stop digging.
You just stop talking, and he doesn't stop talking. Now, Rodney, what is left for you to do? I mean, you've done everything. You've coached, you played, you've been
Yeah.
on TV. You're
Well, at the moment, after the I'm a Celebrity program in the UK,
When was that?
that was in November.
Oh, so it was recent.
Yeah, very recent. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I lost 22 pounds while I was in the jungle. Yeah, I'll put it all back on again.
Oh,
Yeah.
plus 3.
And I took about 4 or 5 months off just to have a rest back in the States. And I'm right now about to look at my new career, which I'm still looking for.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to find something.
you should write a
Yeah.
book. You should become an author.
He's got a book.
I had a book a few years ago, 10 years ago.
10 years ago,
You
you
mean
should write
write an
another book.
updated book?
Sure, your life
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, an autobiography.
I'd have to
Marsh.
be a little bit careful there.
Marsh.
Yeah.
The man.
You got anything better than that?
But I'm working on it. Okay, let me work it out. It's a creative process
He's
here,
not
man.
that
I'm
quick. Rodney, any contact
I just think
information for
I
you?
just run
Any,
faster than
web-
everybody. I don't think faster than everybody.
Any contact information for you? If anybody wants to get a hold of you, learn more about you, is there a
Yeah,
website for you?
What I'm going to do, when I go away from here, I'm going to...
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Okay, perfect.
Which,
go
just
on-
for the record, won't be too soon.
That's right. It will be at the Tampa Bay Brewing Place for about another 4 hours. But after that, I'm going to go home and I'm going to put my website, okay, which is rodneymarsh.net.
Okay.
I'm going to put that on my blog. So
Oh,
that people,
perfect.
and I'll put tonight's program on as well,
Okay.
Perfect.
so that people can just check in and see what's going on.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's
What do you do?
fantastic. And keep up and keep in touch. See what's going on. Follow their hero.
Yeah. Now listen,
Okay.
495-3845. 495-3845.
Wow, that's
Is that
crazy.
your phone number?
That is the no. Don't be silly.
Don't be silly.
That's the number of the Marsh Group Incorporated, which is our building company.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
So if you
gotcha.
need a house, anything
Area
going
code
on,
813.
hit it. 813.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
813-495-3845. If you need remodeling, you need a new bathroom, you need kitchens.
You got your new career,
My
man.
son Jonathan, he'll do anything.
Jonathan, your father is trying to work for you here. Rodney, thank you very much. Jonathan, we hope your business is a
Wow.
success. We're going to take our next break. As soon as Rob and I return, we'll be chatting with Joseph Warren. Rodney, thanks a lot.
Rodney,
It's my pleasure.
thank you so much. That was a blast. Media Talk is presented by Tampa Digital Studios, sponsored by The Creative Loafing, and we want to thank Tampa Bay Brewing Company. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Thank you. Rodney!